Hello everyone. Today we will solve LeetCode problem 1442. In this problem we have to find triplets that can form two arrays of equal XOR. So here we have some conditions. We want to select three indices I, j and k where 0 I is greater than or equal to 0 and j is greater than I and also k is greater than or equal to 0. Okay, and here we have our A and B. So A will start from I and it will end till j minus 1. And then B will start from j and it will end at k. So we have to return the number of triplets in that A is equal to B. Okay, so this is the first example. In that we can choose I, j and k as 0, 1 and 2. Then 0, 2 and 2. So here this is 0 index, this is 1 index. So if we absorb these values 3 to 2 and then if we absorb these values 3 to 1. Okay, so if we absorb 3 and 1 we will get 2 and that is equal to 2 because we have to exclude say we can move till say minus 1. So for 0 to 1 our I will be our A will be AR of 0 and for B it will be AR of 1 to 3. So here we will have two elements and in this array we will have only one element. And these both, if let's so these things will get same results. So that will be a valid triplet. So say look at the A array and B array. So here it will start from A R of I to j minus 1. So this is A. And on B, it will start from AR of j to till AR of k. So now you have to find the triplets where A is equal to B. So if two numbers are equal, then their XOR will be 0. So if we will find all the pairs in this scenario, let's assume we will get some value for A and some value for B. If they are equal, then their XOR should be 0. And what is the value of A and B? If we will put these values here on A and B, so you can see that we are starting from I till k. Okay, so if the XOR of from I to k is 0, then that will be a valid triplet. So if we look at the value in the first example, there we have 4 triplets. So in the first triplet we have 0, 1, 2 and then 0, 2, 2. Okay. So here you can see that this first value and last value is same. First value and last value is same. And then in the z, for z, value have 1 and 2. Same for this thing 2, 3, 4 and 2, 4, 4. Here also 2 and 4 are same. 2 and 4 are same. And we have 3 and 4. So what does this mean? Let's assume you got some I and k value. Now we have to find the value of C. We have to find the valid pair. So what we can do, we will put our I and k as static like this 2 and 4, 2 and 4, and then we will move from I plus 1 to like k minus 1. So these many triplets will get there. Okay, like I plus 1, then I plus 2. So like that we can change the value of say here. So basically what will be our answer is, so we will find I and k such that from I to k the answer is 0. So there our output will be k minus I. Here if you take example 4 minus 2 is 2. So we got 2 triplet here. Same here 2 minus 0 is 2. That's why we got 2 triplet here. Because in the z condition we can move from 1 to Like we have to find the element that is greater than to 0 and less than or equal to 2. So there will be 2 elements. Same for here. So there will be like if we think about 3 and 4, these values are greater than to 2, but they are less than or equal to 4. So that's why our answer will be k minus I. So this is the logic behind it. And now we will solve this problem using Python. Okay, so first of all, we will create one array. In that we have values of all the XOR operations. So what does that mean? Let's assume this is our array. Okay, so let's assume that I want to find the XOR value of 3, 1 and 6. So how I can do this thing in of one time complexity? If I have the XOR values of each and every element, let's assume for ith, for 0th index, I have some value. Okay, v1. For 1th index, I have some value, v2. Similarly, for 3th index, let's assume I have value v3. So if you want to get the value from 3, 1, 6, we can do one thing. We will take all the values like this. 0 to 6, we have 4 elements, and we know the XOR of these elements in of one time complexity. But now we want to get the XOR of 3, 1, 6. So what we can do, we will get the XOR value till this index 2, and we'll put it there like this. Okay, now we know that the XOR of 2 and 2 is 0. So we'll get our like the desired value 316, the XOR value of 316. So like that we can get the XOR value of any range in of one time complexity. So that's why we have to create the array to store the XOR value from 0th index. So for that, first of all, we'll create our XOR list. Okay. Then we have current XOR, that is 0. And now we will use for loop for I in ARR. Okay, and current XOR, we'll pick this. And then we'll append this value to this value into list. Okay. So this is the first thing that we have to do. After that, we will use for loop to get all the index, like from 4 2 we get 2 3 2 1 2 6 2 7 and 3 1 3 0 3 6. So we can get all the A's for each index. So for that we will use for loop for I in range of len of ARR, and for j in range of I plus 1 to len of ARR. Okay, and here we will check that condition. The XOR of I. Okay, so here let's assume we are checking for 1, 6 and 7. So in that scenario, we have index, let's assume we have index for 1. So 0, 1, 2. 2 to 4. So what we will do, first of all, we will take the XOR value of 4, sub j, and then we will do XOR with XOR of I minus 1, because we want to take the value I. So that's why we have to move backward here. We have to get all the values, XOR values till 3. So that's why I am doing like this. And if it is equal to 0, then we will increase our answer by j minus I. And in the end, we will return it. Okay, but here we will face one value. Let's assume our I is 0. Okay, so in that scenario, we will get minus 1. but that is not a valid value. So for that we can do one thing. We will put a 0 here on the 0th index, and here we will increase each value by 1, j plus 1. Okay, now I will run it. Says okay, so I is equal to what cannot access local variable a and s. Okay, we have to define the answer also. Okay, so the test cases are running. We are not getting any error here. So this solution is working without any error. So basically, let me explain it again. So first of all, we create one array to get the XOR value of each index that will start from a 0th index, and then we'll use 2 for loop to get all the pairs, and then we will use this logic like a XOR b is equal to 0 to get the range of our list, and then we will add the answer to our desired variable. So this is a simple solution in that we can solve this problem of n squared complexity. There is one more solution that we can use to solve this problem. So in that we can use one more for loop inside it, and then in each iteration we will get 3 variables, and for these 3 variables we can get the XOR value of a, XOR value of v, and then we will check if a is equal to b, and we will return the value. So what the solution will look like. So yeah, so this will be the code for that. Yeah, here you can see that first of all we are getting all the triplets. So here we have 3 loops. First of all we will run from 0 to a. In the second we have to increase our I by 1, and then in the third we can start from j, because j and k both can be same. After getting the triplets, we will create the same XOR array to get the XOR of a particular range of 1 time complexity, and then we will iterate through all the triplets, and we will check if a is equal to b, and we will append it to answer. So this is the second solution. Now there is one more solution in that can solve this problem using of n to power 4 time complexity, but then is 300, so definitely in that case we'll get time limit exceed. But for that we can do one more thing. Currently we are storing these values into this XOR array, but in that scenario we will extract through our array for each triplet, and we'll get the value of a and b, and then we will compare it. So like that, there are 3 possible solutions. In one we can solve of n squared time complexity, in other of n cube, and the last one of n to power 4. So these are the solution for this problem. I hope this solution will help you. Thank you.